So, hello everybody, this is Djuntas, and today I'm just gonna do another little gold guide for Classic SOD. This time it's actually the third time I'm actually doing this sort of guide here on Auction House playing early, gold grinding in Classic WoW. So, my methods straight up are just flipping auctions on the AH auction house, whatever. So, flipping items. That's the big picture here at the start of the video. If you think that you want to have good morals, so you want to be kind to people, this is obviously not the gold guide for you. My methods has worked in 2019, 2020, also in Season of Discovery, and now for the third or fourth time, whatever. I've so far made about maybe 225 gold so far in Season of Discovery. Spent about 100 or so on the rogue, on my only main so far. And yeah, it works. So welcome to another guide. And I'm gonna start by explaining my little haul of the day here when I'm just logging in for the first time. So these are the items that I sort of buy. You can look at something like this, or maybe the shoulders here, these gloves here. So these items down here are the ones that I bought just like a few minutes ago. And that's the haul. So that's what I was able to at least buy, doing like 10 minutes of work on the auction house before I started recording. And you can see all the other items that are lying in my bags. All these sort of things and all the things that I also posted. So that's what I'm doing. I'm buying items that I know can sell, that are safe to purchase, and then just sell them for maybe 50 silver profit, 1 gold profit, 10 gold profit, whatever. That is the trick, and I'm gonna show you what now you should do to search and everything. I'm only using Auctionator. That's the only add-on that I'm using, and I'm not doing anything special with Auctionator. I just quickly go in Auctionator, I don't know, like yeah, things here. You can see that there's nothing going on. Everything is as it should be. I always mostly just post that, well, Auctionator is wrong here. They should update the add-ons, but I always mostly post at 8 hours. I undercut by free cover, but it doesn't really matter. And yeah, there's nothing going on in Auctionator that you can't do yourself, because I'm not really using any add-ons besides that. And I'm gonna show you an example now with something like, let's take staves, something that I don't really do a lot because a lot of people are upgrading their weapons really fast, so they don't really care too much about weapon upgrades when they are leveling or whatever, so it can be a bit hard to make a profit on this one. But let's take something like Shadow. This is a really good opportunity for you to learn about staffs here. This staff here is obviously not going to be worth buying, but sometimes there's going to be the level 14 staff. So there's even the level 22 staff or the level 14 staff. Those are the only BOEs that drops that are worthwhile buying or whatever with good stats on it, like Shadow. And sometimes you pick up a Shadow staff at level 14 for like 40 silver, and then you can sell it maybe for a gold 50, and that's a gold profit or so. Pretty easy to understand, yes. Maybe I should look into something like daggers. A lot of daggers are, well, a lot of rogues want some decent weapons or whatever, so we can try and maybe look for Tiger right now. Tiger is the strength and agility variant. There was nothing right there worth buying, but I'm gonna lower my level here. And this is also another tip. You should search level ranges, filter them out to your liking. Early on in Season of Discovery, I started at level 14. That's my range that I want to look at. Nowadays, the auction house is too flooded with the really low items. They're too cheap, so it's hard to make a profit flipping them. But 18 works better for me right now. But we can also go as low as 14. And you can see that no daggers are posted with that. So I'm gonna try agility instead. And now you can see the level 15 dagger. None of them are also really good priced. Potentially you could make a profit on this one, selling it for maybe 80 silver. but we also know that there's a lot of competition on power. Well, I do. So you can see that, yeah, the power ones are also very cheap. So there's no real profit to be had here. And let's move on to what I'm mostly just doing, searching armor. So I know what people are looking for on the auction house, what sort of items they want. A good example could be wrist. I found like 2 or 3 of these and sold them for a decent profit. So I'm gonna search power, and then I'm gonna filter it to 18 again. And my god, did you see that? That would have been sold within the next 5 minutes or something. So I'm lucky to do this live for you. I had to buy that really fast because I know other people are gonna buy it. So I just earned about, I don't know, 9 gold there or something. So that's the third power braces that I bought really cheap now. And this is also where the morals are. Now I'm gonna say this clearly. I think that I'm a bad person for doing this. I know I am. I will tell you one thing I've done even worse in Classic Original WoW in 2020. In order to get like a lot of gold, like 5,000 gold, which I had on my warrior on Horde side back then, I was flipping like Lionheart helms, so I got them crafted. You're gonna invest like 1,000 gold to get them crafted, and then sell the Lionheart helm for maybe 1,300, 1,200 gold on the auction house. So essentially you're making like 100 to 200 gold profit. I was doing that quite a bit. So yeah, it's pretty scummy, this thing here. Like the person that I just bought the braces from, he lost like 8 gold. Should I feel bad about that? Yes, I kinda do. I honestly do. And this is also why I suggest that Auctionator or Blizzard themselves, if they cared about protecting their player base, should do something about the types of player that I am. So recently they did fix like posting items way below like currently listed auctions, gives you a warning, so that's a good start. But they should also do this with price history. So obviously somebody who's new to World of Warcraft or doesn't understand gearing, they're gonna look at these braces here and think 10 attack power, wrist leather. My god, that sucks. That is so bad. But that is actually the second best braces in the game right now for a rogue and maybe, I don't know, a hunter as well. So yeah, that's just to give you an example that people are dumb. I abuse the dumbness of the people and I make a lot of gold from it. And now for the third or fourth time in Classic doing this. So that was a fun little live reaction. But we will move on to something maybe shadow again. Just before I told you about the shadow on staffs. And we can do the same thing for cloths. Let's see if there's just anything potentially fun to show you here. Yeah, I just have to look a little bit. Again, another example here is the level capped items. If you get something like this for cheap, I mean, you're pretty much just buying a best in slot item or whatever. So always look out for something above level 20 with good stats on them. That would be a great flip. But I don't think there's anything in this particular category right now. Maybe the cloak could be fun, so we will look at the cloak now. And I think this could potentially be okay, but you have to also remember that there's a big difference between 7 and 9 shadow spell damage. But since it's the only on the auction house right now, I'm gonna risk a little bit. Well, I'm not risking anything because I can always just sell it for gold. You know, you have to keep in mind that, yes, I have all these items in my bags right now that I'm not selling. Like this one I probably bought for 25 silver and now I can only sell it for 32 silver. You don't have to worry about that because you're not going to lose anything selling it for the price that you bought it from beforehand. Now you're just going to wait maybe a day, 2, a week, and then post it on the auction house for the actual price that you do want to sell it for when the prices has risen or gone up. And that's the same thing for like this one. I have 3 of these shoulders here with level 6 intellect. Already sold like 1 or 2 of these before. Actually, I've sold a lot. Well, Here's the thing. If you want a good tip, if you want something that's just easy, if you don't want to spend too much time on it, just look at cloth items. That's literally where I make like, I don't know, 60% of all my gold or whatever. Cloth user seems to care more about upgrading their gears or something like mail items, plate items, whatever. They don't really have that good profit potential. I don't know why, but it just seems that cloth users always gonna spend more, upgrade more often. That is the case forever. So I'm gonna show an example now, the best one, Eagle. People want off the eagle items, and I probably explained that in the last few videos I did back then as well. But eagle items are just so good to search for. And let's take something maybe, I don't know. Yeah, let's take shoulders actually, just because I really like shoulders. There's a huge potential in sniping these low level shoulders here at level 21 or 22. I don't know, I sold maybe 6 of them for 2 to 5 gold profit or something like that. These shoulders here has been great for me. They are always great. They are never gonna disappoint me. But let's pivot the video now to something that you shouldn't do or something you should look out for. So first of all, again, as I mentioned, you have to know what people are wanting to buy, what is good to buy for their class. And you might see something like frozen items. Wow, 15 silver for that chest. Oh my god, I should just buy every single one of them. And here's the thing, mages, especially mages, the ones that are going to use frost damage, they don't care about frost damage. What they want is stats. They want off the eagle, they want intellect and stamina. So this is a very good example of something that should sell really good. Like look at shoulders. I just talked about shoulders being really good. Like I should buy this one instantly. I should buy this one. I shouldn't even wait. My god, this is like the perfect item to buy. It even has 10 frost spell damage and not 9 frost spell damage, which they also can roll with if I remember right. But no, I actually had a shoulder like this one. Well, I still have it. I still have the shoulders and they don't sell, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I think I still have one of the frost shoulders lying around somewhere. But the point is that they don't sell. Frost items off Frozen Wrath, they don't sell. But off Shadow Wrath, they really sell. And that's the thing I kind of wanted to end the video with. So yes, I will gladly admit that this is super scummy way to make gold. But my god, it works. And it's not hard. I don't believe that it's hard, at least, because you don't take any risk. As soon as you have 5 gold, you can start doing this. I had like 3, maybe 4 gold when I went to the auction house for the first time and invested like 1 gold of that. And then it just scaled from there. So you just get a few gold and you go to the auction house and you start doing the search terms that I talked about. And suddenly you fill up your entire bags with really decent items. But still, some of them are also maybe not that huge a profit. You're gonna learn your mistakes. You're gonna see that sometimes you have to hold an item for a week before the prices gets good. And you kinda again have to know a little bit about what people want. So you have to know what a rogue wants. Let's look at this little rogue here. He has really bad gear. So let's take a look at his items. Okay, so what does he want? He maybe wants some better legs. Well, I have really decent legs all the time, like these ones, 5 agility or 8 agility. So that's probably what the rogue wants, and I can get these very easily, like 20 silver, 15 silver sometimes. Yeah, so I think that's it. I mean, this works. If you have any questions, just feel free to put them in the comments. Okay, maybe I also just mention that yes, I'm really good at the economy in World of Warcraft. I've done this since like 2010 or something like that. All the way back in Wrath of Lich King when I started playing the auction house on retail WoW back then. So I have very good knowledge about these things. But I still think that this is the easiest way to make gold in Classic WoW that you can probably do. At least for me, this is very simple auction house playing. It's nowhere near as hard as some of the other methods that I've done in Classic WoW or Retail WoW. This is very simple and it's very risk-free because again, you buy items for a cheap price on the auction house and you can just sell that item back for that cheap price and get your gold back. You don't risk anything. And maybe 20 minutes to 35 minutes a day, that's what I spend right now. That nothing more than that. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. So yeah, good luck with it.